kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Parks. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Got his man. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Well, they execute the end route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
Off play action. And the completion to the sideline. A solid pickup, but not enough for the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
I just love the job this offensive line is doing in this game, communicating pre-snap. They know where the pass rush is coming from, and they're working their single and double teams and not giving up any ground. Just look how clean that pocket was for the quarterback to throw from.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Parks. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Wants to keep it in the air. It's complete to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. The RPO, it's complete. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to the counter. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Trying to impose their will with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Looks it in at the 40. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Got it in the middle, it's Parks. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Quickly complete. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Pulls and fires complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage. You're trying to defend a slant route. You've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. He does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Hooks. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on 2nd and long from the 6. Off the play fake. Out of the backfield, he's open. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. That's the way to get it out of your own end. Takes it all the way up to the 25 before going out of bounds.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on 3rd down.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Here's the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Man, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Makes the grab on the left. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Got the quick pass. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They'll send the back in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Finds his big tight end. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Finds a crease at the 20. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Working that left side now. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
Hey, you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide, you can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll go to the air. Snagged in the end zone. Velcro on the hands, and it's a touchdown.
Great execution on offense, and you know you're expecting man coverage in this area of the field, down close to the line of scrimmage, so the receiver has got to be able to win one-on-one, and he did just that on that TD.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point splits the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Offense in an empty set. Going right to work up top. That's caught. It's Avery. And he uses that stiff arm like a discard, and they get it to the 18-yard line. How about this running back's ability to get into a pass pattern and get into one downfield?
Yeah, I like it, and I like the offensive coordinator continuing to work the running back in the passing game. Do more of this. It's easy. It's not It's not hard routes. It's not things I have to read. It's matchups and what I find when my guy's better than yours and how I take advantage of it.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Made a defender miss. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
Here's the handoff. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He'll run it again. There he goes. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He'll go to the sneak. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. The give to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate.
He's got it. He's in for the touchdown. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The play-action fake. Looking down the middle. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Third down conversion's always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And here comes the punt team. Wants to bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. It's a draw. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Quickly to the tight end. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. 1st downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Now on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
They'll try the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The offense will quickly use the timeout. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Punts it out of the air. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. It's on target and complete. They'll immediately call timeout.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Gets it out quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Brings up 2nd down.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. And it's right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Dallas. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Gerald J. Ford Stadium.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Finds the tight end. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a 3-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
To the air on 1st down. Looking for his man. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. This time it's complete. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Wants to throw again. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy game. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive turns.
this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Punt is on its way. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds his man. It's Parks. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Leaves it with the back. Fighting off the defender. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got him.
Next up, 6. Brings up 2nd down.
Second down coming up. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the 2nd time. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top, using the quick game. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wide out there on the slant.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Got his man to the left. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end. You're expecting them to punt.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Picks up the first down, still moving. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Back to pass. Makes the grab. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They'll go to the ground. Breaks the tackle. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
I think you're seeing an example right now of some of the playmakers this offense has and just how deceptive they are. Once they have the football in their hands, they're just so difficult to tackle and bring down. David, they've got some difference makers at the running back position.
And it's really hard when you got backs and speed all over the field, but when you get in the open field, man, it's got to be each other. There's got to be multiple guys coming to the ball carrier at one time so you can get them on the ground. One guy at a time makes it really, really hard. This defense has got to do a better job getting to the football at the same time with some bad intentions. Get that dude on the ground, man.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Loses 6. Fourth down coming up.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He needed a little late boost from the crossbar, but he gets it to go through. And that will extend their lead even further.
All the bounces going the kicker's way right here. That was just at about the extent of his distance for a field goal, and the crossbar helped him out, putting 3 up on the board.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And in this situation, late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to fire. Finds us back in the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Looking downfield on first down. Gets it out fast. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
From the gun. Give on the inside. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. And it's good from 58 yards out.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Using his legs, it's Avery. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the ground. He's got it again. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
It'll be third and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And here comes the punt team. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on first down. Fires to the tight end.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. The give out of the gun. Breaks into the open. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on second and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the fourth quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
They're going to go right back to him on first down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Just getting the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Quick strike complete. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and
he's got it in more than enough for a first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll get rid of it. The hands, the feet. He steps his way into the end zone for the touchdown. He'll try to tack on one more.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Avery. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The offense likely to lean on the run to milk this clock. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down, looking for more. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. The toss to the outside. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Here we go. 3rd down and 1. Let's see what you're made of. He'll sneak it. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. Clicking to fire. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And this defense is all over the quick game right now. They're up a possession, and they are tackling and they're pursuing the football. Nice play on that one.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Wants to go up top. The screen. He's got wheels.
And this offense has definitely got to take a second right here and understand this is the most important play of the game. It's 4th down. We got to get the first down over the clock and the time running. They got to make sure they get a conversion here.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Yeah, and that was the big part. You got to get the first down, get that new set of downs, stop the clock. Listen, we're still trailing. We still got to be in a hurry, but the #1 priority was getting that first down.
Backed up at the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. He's taking a deep shot. Found the spot in the defense. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And you see more and more of this in college football, finding your playmakers in space, whether it's a receiver, a tight end, or in this case, a running back, way down the field. Get them isolated, find your matchup, and how about the running back turning into a receiver?
Quickly complete. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
And this is a big-time moment for this offense. So who are you going to give the ball? The guy you trust, the guy who's been doing it all game. You know he can deliver. They got so much confidence in this young man, and he's proven why today. Let's see how he finishes.
They're looking to throw on second and short. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. And this to tie things up in the final minute. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one can draw us even in the final moments. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. Final minute of play. Guys, it's all tied up. Stage is set for some serious drama. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Fields. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays. Back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got an open man. And it's in there. Boy, touchdown. The big tight end. Always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. When these guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies. Throw to them and they'll make big plays for them.
Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. They'll start this drive with a pass. Here's a heat. Deep shot for the end zone. It's caught. That's a touchdown.
And what a response. You just gave up 7 on the other side of the field. Every reason to get dejected. Oh, man. But they come out and they respond and they score on the first play. And now, Jesse, down by 1. What do you do?
And they made it look easy, too, David. And you got to wonder about this defense and how much they have left in the tank. Because of that, maybe if you're on offense, you just decide to end this thing right here. You scored so easily, maybe you could do the same on a 2-point play.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Don't assume on this extra point. They needed to send it to a second OT. And he makes the extra point. Now first down here in the second overtime. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Line getting set on second down. Off the RPO, complete. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with a tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Here comes the heat. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. Just blinding speed. Speed that almost paralyzes defenders.
When you got a quarterback with that much speed, you got to find tricky ways to put more speed on the field, spy the quarterback with somebody that's really, really fast. And even when you do, a lot of times he still makes plays because he's that dang fast and that explosive.
Second overtime, and they'll have to go for 2. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. They can't convert, and the lead remains at 6, and now they'll have to go on defense. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Parks. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the end route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure coming. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. If you had a DB on the bingo card for the first sack of the game, you win.
Man, and I've been here before, Reese. Like, I can hear the trash talk right now. Like, wait a minute. I got to cover everybody in the back end, and I'm going to get sacks? Like, hey, defensive line, you want to get me some sacks? Or I guess I'll do it myself.
Third down in overtime, and they need to get it to the end zone. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Touchdown! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Have to go for two, starting in double overtime, and this one would win the game. He's looking to throw. Under fire. They don't get it. A great stop by the defense, and we will play a third overtime. And now it's all two-point conversion attempts from here on out. He'll set up to throw. They got it done. A great play call to give them the lead by 2. So now they'll need to answer to keep this game alive. Tries to do it himself on the draw. Clutch play and execution ties the game again, and we'll play another overtime. Let's do it again, guys, shall we? And we'll see just how far down the play sheet they have to go for this two-point try. He's looking to pass. Here's the pressure. They got it done with the 2, and now they hold the edge deep in overtime. Now they'll have to respond with a 2 of their own. He wants to throw it. He's got it in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. They want to throw it. Tremendous execution to get the 2, and now they turn up the heat. This will be the ball game. Make it play on, miss it, and lose. From the gun, looking for a man. And another answer. We're tied again, and let's keep playing, kids. And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. QB draw. They're stopped on the 2-point try, and we are still tied. They got the stop, now to win it with a 2. Looking to throw. That's it. That's the ball game. The 2-point try is a winner in OT.